Opening statement from our head coach, and then we'll open the floor up for questions.
Yeah, I thought, the second half was the key. I thought we really came out and did what we needed to do. We talked about at halftime. It was pretty even in terms of both teams were trying to battle for the way they wanted to play, and we always talk about imposing wills, and we just said, let's get a little tougher defensively, stay with it offensively, and I thought the guys did a great job. We got lifts from everybody, of course, and, just kind of got away from them a little bit because I thought we just stayed pretty sound and tough and did what we did.
Questions, front row to our left.
Mike Barber, Richmond Times-Dispatch. For both the players, the double bye obviously is a good thing in trying to win the tournament, but did you feel at all that a couple days off maybe were why you got a slow start in that first half, and did it take a little while to kind of get in rhythm?
I don't know if we could credit it to the days off. I think sometimes we have a habit of starting slow, sort of feeling our way into the game, and it hurts us a little bit. But I thought we were able to pick it up soon enough to really get going. I thought the couple days off really helped us in terms of our rest. I thought our bodies were fresh. We were able to make a run in that second half that we might not be able to do if we were playing back to back.
Still stay on this first row to our left.
Doug Dowdy, the Roanoke Times. Anthony, talk about the crowd. You guys come out, probably haven't had that much support in past ACC tournaments. Did it strike you right away that it's going to be a partisan crowd?
It was an awesome crowd out there today. Coming out of the tunnel, I saw those orange shirts, and I was just stunned. It was a lot of people out there for us and a lot of support. And I'm sort of sad that it left my hometown of High Point and Greensboro, but I'm happy that we had a great fan base here, and the fans were just great tonight.
Front row to our right.
Whitey Reed with the Daily Progress in Charlottesville. Anthony, you came out of the game like a minute into the game. You came out. Was there any reason? Did you do something you weren't supposed to do, or what was the reasoning behind it?
Yeah, I did. I fouled really early in the game, and Coach Bennett didn't want me to pick up my second foul right after that, and then I would be done for the whole half. That was just smart coaching on his part. So.
In the aisle to the left.
Mike Cerveris, Richmond Times-Dispatch. Coach, when you get a lift like from Evan or from Mike scoring 4 of the first 7 points, or Evan with that 4-point play, how big is that for those guys, those role player guys, to kind of spark you guys?
Yeah, I think that balance when we get other guys, obviously Malcolm and Anthony and usually London are really there, but when those other guys can give us a lift, whether it's hitting a shot or doing some key things, that makes a big difference, and we needed that early. But then in the second half, Evan really got us going. I've never seen a guy hit a 3 and have a whole crowd chant his name that quick. That was impressive.
To our right, fourth row.
Malcolm, Scott Zalatora from College Hoops Daily. Talk about the battle with Marcus George's Hunt, obviously. He had a great game yesterday. You guys held him to 1 for 8 tonight.
I can just say it's a collective effort. Defense is what we pride ourselves on. So even with other great players on opposing teams, it doesn't matter who it is. We're going to try to lock them down. We're going to try to make them uncomfortable and make it a tough night for them.
Far left, about the fifth row.
Tony, Patrick Stevens with the News and Observer in Raleigh. Just to kind of follow up on that a bit, George's Hunt had been playing pretty well the last few weeks of the season. Just how significant was it to lock him down tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was really important. We talk about just making guys earn. Adam Smith hit some really tough contested shots. He does that. And we put Malcolm on him. Malcolm did a good job, but it is a team defense. We're trying to be in gaps, but you do have to have individual guys who can really challenge individually. And then I thought Anthony and Isaiah for the most part, but then it was Mike and Evan too. Those are big guys down low, so the ability to really clamp down and bother those guys because they can score. Georgia Tech has scores, but when you look at the stat line, because Georgia's Hunt has been playing terrific, and to see that, that's obviously a good sign for us.
In the aisle here on our left.
Frank Maloney, Fox Sports 910. Anthony, first off, I don't remember too many games this year where you were really skying to try to block some shots, and it seemed like you were really taking off after the ball. What was going on at that point in the game?
If you remember one game this year, I had 4 blocks in one game. That was pretty big for me. But also, I don't know, I was just trying to help my team out as much as I could. I saw that there was an opportunity to go contest a shot, and I didn't want to give up an easy shot to the basket, so I wanted to protect the goal.
right in front of him, back on the front row.
Mike Barber, Richmond, for both the players. There was a stretch in the first half, Malcolm, where you hit the 2 threes and the jumper. From both of your points of view, what was happening to allow him to get open? Were they focusing on somebody else, something else?
I think all 3 of those buckets came off of a set. And on that set, there are multiple options. So they have to guard multiple things. They can't just really key in on me or key in on one player. And that's just a set that Isaiah made good reads. And then the last one I hit, London hit me coming off the staggered, and I got good screens.
Stay in the front row to our left.
Yeah, Malcolm, you guys are not the kind of team that overlooks people, but having lost to Georgia Tech earlier in the year in your hometown, did that make you any more attentive tonight?
I think so. I think they beat us. They were better than us in that win earlier on. But tonight we're a well improved team from last time. And, I think we watched film carefully and made the correct adjustments needed to win this game.
Second row to our right.
Tony, Chris Heidel, Herb FM Radio. You talked about the next 2 teams you're going to face tomorrow. What do you see in maybe the second and third time, getting ready for them?
Well, they're both playing very good basketball. Georgia Tech had won 7 of 9. Virginia Tech's won a number in a row. We know how good Miami is. You have to, Virginia Tech touches the paint as good as most. They spread you out, and Leday's playing so well, multiple options. Same thing with Miami. We've had hard-fought games against really both of them, and certainly have respect for them and know you'll have to be ready to go because it's, in the tournament and the postseason, guys are stepping up for sure.
Stay on the right side, first row.
Yeah, this is for Anthony and Malcolm. What is it you guys think about Evan? Coach just mentioned, the whole crowd's chanting his name after he makes 1 3. What is it about him that you think fans love so much?
He's just such a lovable guy. He works so hard, and when he does get in, he gives it his all. You can't ask for much more than that. And the fans see that, and it seems like every year around tournament time, he starts heating up, and that's just who he is. And I think the fans just love a guy that they can support, a guy that works hard on his game every day. And when he is successful in the game, they want to cheer for him as much as they can.
Back left, standing up.
Tony, Craig Heiss from AP Radio. Everybody wants to be playing their best basketball at tournament time. How do you feel your team is playing right now as you're getting to this part of the year?
Hey, I think we've been solid. We've had a real tough schedule at the end. We've had to go into tough places, play teams that are playing good basketball, good teams at home. And, our guys, I think, we're collectively in a good place. But as I've said to these guys many times, they're capable. They can, and then we just always have to each game answer the question, will we? Will we be ready? Will we play the right way? But they're certainly, ready to play. They should feel the right way about that. But they know who they are, and that's what I love about them, and I've seen that over time. These are experienced guys right here, and I'm thankful for that, and we want to obviously see what we can do.